जय श्री राधे, जय श्री कृष्णा, सब वैष्णवों को जय श्री कृष्णा, श्री वल्लभाधीश की जय, श्री कृष्णाय जी परम दयाल की जय. Continuing with the story of Nagaji Bhatt, which is Varta number 1 of the 252 Vaishnava stories. And we are beginning today with part 3, Varta Prasang 3. Once Sri Gosaiji travelled to Dwarka. He had the holy sight of Sri Ranchorji and left Dwarka town, stopping outside. There was a Sri Ram Lakshman temple there, and he stood outside that. At that very time, Nagaji came there carrying mangoes. He put 200 mangoes in a basket, presented them to Sri Gosaiji, and then bowed low to him. Seeing the lovely mangoes, Sri Gosaiji instructed Nagaji to take them and offer them to Sri Ranchorlalji before returning with them. He told Nagaji to most definitely have the holy sight of Sri Ranchorlalji. He also told him to have a ritual shave and bathe and bathe in the Gomati river before coming back there. Nagaji objected. "Oh Maharaj, what do I have to do with Dwarka? I'm completely satisfied simply by having your sight." Hearing this, Sri Gosaiji said, "No, Nagaji, don't say that. Go to take the mangoes to the store there, and after have the holy sight of Sri Ranchorlalji. I shall wait here until you return. Having done this, I will not leave here until you come back." Hearing these orders from Sri Gosaiji, Nagaji Bhatt set off to have Sri Ranchorlalji's holy sight. There, Nagaji went to have the holy sight of Sri Ranchorlalji, offered the mangoes, had a ritual shave and bathed in the Gomati river, and then went back to take his leave of Sri Ranchorlalji. When he entered the temple, he saw that Sri Gosaiji was offering Pan Bidas to the Lord. Sri Ranchorlalji was sharing them with Sri Gosaiji. Nagaji was most blessed to witness this scene. He then took his leave and departed. He proceeded to the Sri Ram Lakshmanji temple and bowed low to Sri Gosaiji. He supplicated, "O Maharaj, you instructed me to go see Sri Ranchorlalji. By doing so, I am blessed with all sorts of happiness. I was able to see the Lord and you together in that one place. Thus I am very, very happy." Sri Gosaiji was pleased and said, "Sri Acharyaji started the worship of Sri Ranchorlalji at this place. Therefore, this place has a relationship to me." Bhav Prakash. Vaishnavas should only visit holy pilgrimage spots whilst keeping the awareness of their relationship to Sri Acharyaji. They should not go there with the attraction of their importance and potency to grant merit. Visiting a holy place while contemplating its merits is anyashray, disloyalty, taking shelter elsewhere. Sri Acharyaji toured the earth 3 times in order to establish the worship of the Lord in all holy places. Vaishnavas should therefore go to pilgrimage spots only to know their relationship to Sri Acharyaji. This is why Sri Gosaiji told Nagaji to be shaved and then to bathe in the Gomati river. Sri Acharyaji established the worship of Sri Ranchorlalji so that Vaishnavas should definitely visit this place. For this very reason, Sri Gosaiji frequently visited Dwarka because of the closeness of Sri Acharyaji and the town of Dwarka. Part 3 continued. Soon after, Sri Gosaiji, taking Nagaji with him, departed from that place and set up camp in a village named Gangasari. He bathed and began to cook. Nagaji went out to a cactus forest. There were mango trees hidden within it. Nagaji brought 400 mangoes and presented them to Sri Gosaiji, who asked him why he had brought them to him and not to Sri Ranchorlalji, and why he had concealed them from him. Nagaji replied, "O Maharaj, I have sold myself into your hands. It is you who introduced me to Sri Ranchorlalji. Only then did I know who he is. I have left everything simply to serve your feet. Therefore, please accept these mangoes." Hearing Nagaji's plea, Sri Gosaiji was very pleased. He took the mangoes into his hands and began to look at them. They were very beautiful fruits. Sri Gosaiji said, "These mangoes are worthy of Srinathji. How can I take them? Therefore take them to Srinathadwara, Jetipura, and offer them there to Srinathji, and after he has accepted them, I will partake of them." Note, at this time, Srinathji was residing in his temple in Jetipura on the Sri Govardhan mountain. Thus it was known as Srijidwar or Nathadwara. Bhav Prakash. All things of the very best quality should be offered to the beloved. Only then may one partake of them. This is the strict rule of this path of grace. Therefore, Sri Gosaiji refused to accept the mangoes for himself before offering them to Srinathji. This is the way of true love. Part 3 continued. When he heard this, Nagji immediately set out for Srinathadwara using a camel loaded with 200 mangoes on each side. He travelled both day and night. He arrived in Nathdwara on the 4th day and gave 200 mangoes to Ramdas, who was the head priest. Nagji asked him to quickly write a receipt. Ramdas said, "You have only just arrived. Please stay here for a few days more." But Nagji said that he had to get on his way and that he would like to get the receipt straight away. Ramdas wrote a receipt for 200 mangoes. Nagji's thought was that he should go and present the other mangoes to Sri Navneet Priyaji in Gokul, so that Sri Gosaiji would not need to send him there again. Nagji then went to Gokul and there presented 200 mangoes to Sri Giridharji. He bowed low to him and asked, "O Maharaj, please give me a receipt right now." Sri Giridharji asked him to stay there for some more time. "You have just arrived, so why leave now?" Nagji replied that he had to get back to Sri Gosaiji and that he needed the receipt straight away. Sri Giridharji wrote out the receipt for 200 mangoes. Nagji prostrated before him and quickly set off. He travelled day and night and reached Sri Gosaiji on the 3rd day. Then he loaded 700 mangoes onto a female camel and brought them back, but he hid them from Sri Gosaiji. When Sri Gosaiji had taken his bath and entered into Seva, then Nagji came into the Seva to assist him. Nagji fetched 200 beautiful mangoes, prepared them, and brought them there. He prepared juice from some of them and filled 4 bowls with it. Having prepared the other 100, he approached Sri Gosaiji. Sri Gosaiji said, "O Nagji, I have already told you that these mangoes are fit for Srinathji and Sri Navneet Priyaji, and that I would not accept them before that." Nagji then showed him the 2 receipt letters, one from Ramdas and one from Sri Giridharji. After reading these 2 letters, Sri Gosaiji was extremely pleased. He said to Nagji, "Srinathji has partaken, so has Sri Navneet Priyaji, and within their partaking I have also partaken. Why did you not just leave all the mangoes there? Why did you bring them here to me?" Bhav Prakash. The reason for his statement is that Sri Gosaiji was at that time residing at a distance from Sri Navneet Priyaji and Srinathji. Therefore he was experiencing pangs of separation from them. In the state of separation there remains the renunciation of all sensual functions. Thus he would only eat for the sake of body sustenance. Part 3 continues. Hearing this, Nagji bowed low to Sri Gosaiji and supplicated, "O Maharaj, you are the one who introduced me to both Srinathji and Sri Navneet Priyaji. Therefore you alone are my all in all. When you partake, then I shall be happy. I am the servant of your lotus feet." This is the correct attitude that should exist between master and the servant. If Nagji had spoken of himself as the direct servant of the Lord, then he would have been putting himself at the same level as Sri Gosaiji. Therefore he spoke of himself as the servant of Sri Gosaiji's lotus feet, and said that he would only be happy when Sri Gosaiji had partaken. This is the correct and worthy behaviour for a servant. Part 3 continued. Hearing Sri Nagaji's plea, Sri Gosaiji took the bowl of mango juice and the mangoes into the kitchen. He then offered them to Sri Thakurji and at the correct lapse of time received the mangoes as prasad. After settling the Lord down comfortably, he ate some of the prasadi mangoes. Bhav Prakash. Sri Gosaiji's nature is to fulfill the wishes of the devotees, and since it was Nagji's wish, he ate some of the mangoes. This concludes Varta Prasang 3, the 3rd part of Varta 1. And we will continue tomorrow. Shri Vallabhadij ki jai, Shri Gosaiji ki jai, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.